I like to do a little friendly tips of the trade.
Okay.
I guess while we're here, it's always nice to have some takeaway from these sorts of conversations, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's entertaining and the voyage of this podcast was fun for whoever's watching and whoever's listening. Our time is valuable, so if you spent the time actually watching this or listening to this, thank you. Again, reach out to Morris Music Law and Music Law Pro. Quick disclaimer, this podcast is great. I hope we're entertaining and fun and get value out of this, whoever's listening. It should not be taken as legal advice or services, though. An actual written agreement, retainer agreements retired for that. And if anyone is interested in working together, we do a free initial consult just to see what's going on, make sure it's the right fit, discuss kind of how billing works and budgets and things like that. So you can always reach out to me, usually email's best. And you can find me at morrismusiclaw.com and also musiclawpro.com. But in terms of just general tips, I have a couple kind of friendly tips I like to share.
Okay.
In conversations like this. Again, not legal advice, but sort of friendly tips. First one is before you sign a contract, have your lawyer look it over. At least review it. And of course, there's negotiation or changing things, but before you sign, have your lawyer review. It's a very easy kind of rule to follow. And we talked about in this podcast kind of some of the reasons why you want a music lawyer, not an entertainment lawyer, not a personal injury lawyer, a music lawyer who does these deals. Look at the contract, at least before you sign something, so you know what you're getting yourself into. And then, of course, if there's issues, you can walk away from the deal, we can negotiate it, etc. Second rule, before you pay people, have them sign a contract. You're paying somebody for some service, you should memorialize what the arrangement is, even if it's a simple contract, something before you pay them. It's a lot harder after you pay somebody to go back and try to deal with the paperwork. It's just really clean and respectful and good business to sign paperwork and then pay somebody. It's not always easy to do either of these things, but they're really helpful to at least have some basic guidance for when you would need a music lawyer and why. And I like to kind of share those couple tips. If we can take away anything from this conversation, if you're like looking for a music lawyer or when would I need to call my lawyer, those two things will get you a long way in the music industry. I guess my third tip is don't burn bridges. Like relationships are really important and foster those relationships. Part of being a music lawyer is what you know. I gotta know copyright law, I gotta know contracts. It's also who you know as a music lawyer and being able to connect dots and understand the landscape of the industry and help my clients in that regard as well. So hopefully the listener can get some takeaways from this that are valuable, useful, fun, and I'm really, if there's people have follow-ups or questions or things, again, we've talked about before, Adriana, being accessible. So usually an email or a text is great, and all the contact info is on the website.
Awesome.
So it's usually the best way of getting at us is shooting over an email, and then we can sort it out from there.